राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जना गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जना गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव इंद्र विहारी जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव इंद्र बिहारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम राधा बिहारी राधा बिहारी श्री राधे जय राधा बिहारी राधा बिहारी श्री राधे प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ISKCON डिप्टी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान हनुमान जी की,
जय।
श्री श्री गौरनिताय भगवान की
जय।
हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की
जय।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरे हरि बोल।
all glories to assembled devotees,
हरे
all
कृष्ण।
glories to assembled devotees,
हरे
all
कृष्ण।
glories to assembled devotees,
हरे कृष्ण।
all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 1, chapter number 3, entitled as Krishna is the source of all incarnations, and the text number 6. स एव प्रथमं देवः
एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
स एव प्रथमं देवः
एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
स एव प्रथमं देवः
एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं स एव प्रथमं देवः
स एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुष्करं ब्रह्म
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम् स एव प्रथमं देवः
स एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
चचार दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
स एव प्रथमं देवः
स एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमश्रितः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
दुश्चरं ब्रह्म
चचार दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
माताजी
स एव
प्रथम
स एव प्रथमं देवः
स एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
चचार दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
स एव प्रथमं देवः
स एव प्रथमं देवः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
कौमारं सर्गमाश्रितः
चचार दुश्चरं ब्रह्मा
चचार दुष्करं ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मचर्यम् अखण्डितम्
ब्रह्मचर्यं खण्डितं
word to word translation. Saha
सः
that eva
एव
certainly
certainly
prathamam
प्रथमं
first devah
देवः
supreme lord kumaram
कौमारं
named the kumaras
सेन्द्रकुमारः
unmarried under,
under,
chachara,
Chachara,
perform,
perform,
dushcharam,
Dushtaram,
very difficult to do,
very difficult to do.
Brahma,
Brahma,
the order of Brahman,
in the order of Brahman,
Brahmacharyam,
Brahmacharyam,
under discipline to realize the absolute Brahman,
under discipline to realize absolute Brahman,
Akhanditam,
Akandinam,
unbroken.
unbroken.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki translation. First of all, in the beginning of creation, there were the four unmarried sons of Brahma, the Kumaras, who being situated in a vow of celibacy, underwent severe austerities for realization of the absolute truth. Purport. The creation of the material world is effected, maintained, and then again annihilated at certain intervals. So there are different names of the creations in terms of the particular types of Brahma, the father of living beings in the creation. The Kumaras, as above mentioned, appear in the Kaumara creation of the material world. And to teach us the process of Brahman realization, they underwent a severe type of disciplinary action as bachelors. These Kumaras are empowered incarnations. And before executing the severe type of disciplinary action, all of them became qualified Brahmanas. This example suggests that one must first acquire the qualifications of a Brahman, not simply by birth, but also by quality. And then one can undergo the process of Brahman realization. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishram Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagata Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha He Krishna Bhakta Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurage Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Pranamami Haripriye Vaishnavakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitya Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srimad Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you to today's Srimad Bhagavatam class here at ISKCON Goregaon West. Especially, I would like to welcome Her Grace Rohini Mataji for blessing us with her kind association and motherly affection. Although her health is not good, but still today she managed. She came. So I pray to Shashi Radha Raspi Hare Sitaram Lakshman Jindwanita that her health remains very nice and so that she will be able to give her kind and warm association full of affection to all of us here at ISKCON Goregaon West. So, Chandra Vamshi Pravanahar Rohini Mataji. They are very senior in age as well as experience also. They are like mother and father for all of us here, showering their mercy, all of us. So thank you very much, Prabhuji and Mataji, for your kind association here. And of course, all the other devotees, those are coming very regularly last 3 months, although for the speaker also. Continually speaking for 3 months. Hare Krishna. So I am trying my best to have some different flavors of speaker also. Like many times, every speaker is having their own programs on Sundays and Saturdays, so it becomes little difficult. So please tolerate with me for a few more months or days. So once we get settled, of course, we don't want to get settled in the material world, but it is always good to get settled in the temple of Srila Prabhupada because it is not different than the spiritual world. So, in the sense, once we are nicely into our things, then as devotees will come, and of course, I'm having my eye. You can see evil eye on all of you also, so that you all of you will get trained, and one day you will be sitting here, and I will be there, hearing from all of you. That will be the most wonderful day for me to hear from all of you. Till that time, please tolerate it. Hare Krishna. So this particular verse, from this verse now onwards, the different incarnations, empowered incarnations, portions or plenary portions, or the Purusha avatars, Leela avatar, Channa avatars, all those avatars are mentioned in the 22 verses next. And after describing all these avatars, then there will be the mention that even though these are the different incarnations of the Lord, but still Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam is so much near and dear to each and every Vaishnava, because this particular scripture only gives us a direct information that whatever it may be, the incarnation, just like day before yesterday, we had one very beautiful sloka. Ramadi Murti Shukalani Amena Tishtan, Nanavataram Kurod Bhuvaneshu Pintu, Krishna Swayam Samubhavat Paramah Pumanyu, Govindam Adi Purusham Namaha. So in that verse, it is mentioned that there are innumerable avatars and incarnations of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all those innumerable incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, whatever pastimes they are doing, Lord Ananta Shesha is trying to glorify the Lord from Ananta Kala. Ananta is glorifying Ananta from Ananta time. Still, the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not completed. Right? That is the wonderful pastimes and the wonderful glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are unlimited. They are evergreen, ever youth, ever fresh. So that's why whenever Ananta is trying to glorify with his thousands of mouths, Lord's glories cannot be completed. So these avatars, they are having innumerable pastimes, innumerable universes, but still Krishna remains the ultimate truth and the avatar himself. So although other incarnations are incarnations, means they are the avatars, Krishna remains avatari for all of them. Okay? So Srimad Bhagavatam puts forward this principle very boldly and very straightforward. So we have to understand this when Srimad Bhagavatam says certain things. The Shastra's statements are like a line on a rock. Sometimes in material world, even the line on rock will get, diminished, or it will get vanished. But the words and the statements of Shastras cannot be diminished, cannot go in vain. They has to be truth in this world. Okay. So we will go with the purport of Srila Prabhupada, that this particular universe, at particular time, it get annihilated, it gets created, it gets maintained. Right now, there is a maintenance mode. We have done with the half of the age of our universe. 50 years of Lord Brahma has been covered. He has already had his birthday celebration of what it is called? Silver Jubilee? Golden Jubilee. So Brahmaji was having a golden jubilee of his birthday, and this is the 51st year of the Lord and the first day of the 51st year. So more 50 years will go, and after that, this universe will get completely annihilated. So there are the four types of annihilation. Unfortunately, I forgot the names. One is Naimitya Pralaya. No, we say annihilation means it's a Pralaya. Anybody can search it out. Four types of Pralaya. Naimittika, Atyantika, this kind of Pralayas are there. There are four types of Pralayas for this universe. Naimittic pralaya means what? Every moment which is happening. Just like right now, in my life, 6th October 2015, 8 o'clock has been already passed. So it cannot come back. So it's like gone. Once that time is gone, means it is gone. So that is Naimittika pralaya. Or oh, it's a Nitya pralaya. Okay. So it is happening every moment. That's called as a Nitya Pralaya. Like right now, the previous time is gone, means it is gone. My 7-year body is gone, it is gone now. So that is Nitya Pralaya. Then there is a Naimittik Pralaya. Naimittik Pralaya means what? At the night of Brahmaji, the entire universe gets completely folded. Just like early in the morning, whenever we get up, we fold our bed, and then in the evening we again unfold it. Similarly, the universe gets folded or gets completely unmanifested, and Brahmaji along with the universe goes inside the belly of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Now the Brahmanda and all covering and Garbhodak ocean is not going. Only the creational part and Brahmaji along with his lotus goes inside the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and whenever there is a next day, Brahmaji again comes out of the navel on that lotus, and then he starts with his creational activity. So Brahmaji's seva or daily duty is only one. What? He should get up, he should create, Vishnu will maintain it, and all the universal affairs he will manage for the day. And at the night, he will unfold everything and it will go inside. Just like in the morning, you get up, you unfold your laptop, you do your all activities, Python, C++, Java, AI, whatever it may be. In the night, you shut it down, close it, and go to sleep. It's a similar way what is the Naimittic Pralaya. It happens at the end of the day, means the beginning of the night of Brahmaji. So 12 hours Brahmaji's day, 12 hours Brahmaji's night. He sleeps 12 hours. Sir. My God. Then there is a Prakritika Pralaya. Prakritik Pralaya means what? Prakritik Pralaya means at the end of life of Brahma, the entire universe gets dissolved. Even Garbhodakshaya Vishnu also goes again inside the body of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, and the entire universe goes inside the body of Karanodakshaya Vishnu. From whose spore, Mahavishnu, from whose spore the universe has come. Now that universe has completed its task, everything, the project is done. After that, ultimate report submission is there, and after that the entire team gets dissolved. Similarly, the Brahmaji at the end of his life, he is now supposed to die. Not like us, but he is going to change our body, his body. So during that time, Brahmaji, the entire universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodak ocean, everything goes and merges in the body of Mahavishnu or Karanodakshaya Vishnu. That is called as a Prakritika Pralaya. And then there is a Atyantika Pralaya. Atyantik Pralaya means the soul's final liberation, the moksha of soul. That is called as a Atyantika Pralaya. At the end of life, means soul when it gets into uh, devotional service, and now you are ready to leave this material world, and Krishna is waiting for you in a Golok Vrindavan. That is Atyantik Pralay, means entire whatever your life and whatever your karmas and whatever the life you have been spent into this material world, that is now done. It is account is closed. You have now account in another bank in the spiritual world. Okay. So that's how it is a Atyantik Pralay. So what are the four types of Pralay? Nitya Pralaya. Nitya Pralaya means what? Daily. Whatever daily is happening and it is going. Nitya Pralaya. Then there is a Naimittika Pralaya. At the end of day of Brahma, one day of Brahma, when there is a beginning of night. Then there is a Prakritika Pralaya. Prakritika Pralaya is the end of life of Brahma. Okay. And then there is a Atyantika Pralaya, which is the liberation of the soul. Or soul leaves this material world and goes to Brahmajyoti, Vaikuntha, Golok Vrindavan, wherever he or she wants to go. Okay. That is called as Atyantika Pralaya. Okay. So there are different names of creations. In the terms of particular types of Brahma, the father of living beings in the creation, the Kumaras, as mentioned, appeared in the Kaumara creation of the material world. Right? Just like a child goes from Kaumaram, Yauvanam, Jara. Similarly, the universe also has its own lifespan. So that is also like Kaumara Avastha of this particular universe, Balya Avastha of this universe, Creational Avastha of this universe. So during the Kaumara Avastha of this particular universe, Brahmaji first created whom? The four Kumaras. Sanaka, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, Sanandan. These are the four Kumaras. They are the first children of Brahmaji. Okay. And what they did for the Brahmana realization, they underwent a severe type of disciplinary actions as bachelors. Now, in English, brahmachari means celibate monks, or but Srila Prabhupada is mentioning it as a bachelors. Yes, so it will be more practical to understand for the Western crowd also what is exactly meaning of brahmacharya. Okay, so they were the bachelors. So there was first creation of ours. Brahmacharis. And we are proud of it. Okay. So of course Lord Brahma created them so that whatever the universal population increase wala, whatever the seva is there, that will be taken care by my children. And I will do my tapasya and sadhana. In that way, Brahmaji has created Kumaras. So what thing happened? When they came, they were already Brahman realized. They were the actually Nirakarvadi, Brahmavadi. Brahmavadi means what? Whatever the Brahma Jyoti is there in between the material world and the spiritual world. They were worshipping that Brahma Jyoti to be the ultimate creational God or the Lord. They were not having even a tinge of understanding about the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. But what happened? As they were the Brahmavadis, they were worshipping the Brahman, a Nirakar, Nirvikar, Omkar. Like in that way, they were worshipping the Brahman aspect of the Lord. But when they approached the Supreme Personality of Godhead's Vaikuntha planet, in this material world itself, above the Brahmalok is also called as Satyalok. Above that Satyalok, there is another planet called as Shweta Dvipa. In that Shweta Dvipa, the Kshirodakshay Vishnu, he sleeps in the milk ocean. Everybody says there is a milk ocean. Where is that milk ocean? It is above Brahmaloka. At just the Brahmaloka and the border of universe, there is another planet in between, which is called Shweta Dvipa. The half of the planet where Lord stays and half of the planet where Dhruva Maharaj stays. That is a Dhruva Tara, which we see. Okay, Dhruva star or pole star, they say. Okay, I don't know whether they say the same pole star is a Dhruva Tara, but Dhruva is there staying along with the Lord. So in that Shweta Dvipa, they went to see or having a darshan of the Lord. Okay, so it is understood by them that there is a, of course, they know that Krishna or Lord Vishnu stays in a Vaikuntha in his that form, but for them Brahman is the ultimate realization. That is the problem. Sometimes it is not that Brahmavadi doesn't know there is the aspect of a Lord, or there is like an Lord himself in a two-handed or four-handed form. He is a self-same having a Satchidananda Vigraha form. It's not like that they don't know. They know it. But for them, attraction to Brahman is more stronger. Just like for us, even though there is a light and Brahma Jyoti sees, but still one who becomes a devotee of the Lord, for him, Krishna is the ultimate. We want to see Krishna in his that Navaneet Chor form, or that Damodar form, or the Shyamasundar form. We love it, right? So nowadays, when we see that, in ISKCON temple, beautiful Radha Krishna is there. They are beautifully and wonderfully decorated with the pagadi and the jewelry, and they're decorated with the wonderful embroidered dress and all that. Okay. So naturally, what happens when somebody comes and there is a one small stone has been kept and उसको लगाया है थोड़ा सिंदूर वगैरह, right? It's not authorized, but somebody came and उसको पोछ दिया अपना, तो people start saying that नहीं, this is the Lord, this is the Lord. In that way also many things happens in this world. So are we get attracted to that form, or are we getting attracted towards this Radha Krishna form, which is wonderfully decorated? Wonderfully decorated, because we have got some higher test. Similarly, this Brahmavadis, although though they know the Brahman Brahman and Bhagavan aspect of the Lord, but still they are more attracted to the Brahman aspect of the Lord. So these Kumaras, they went to see the Lord. Okay, there is a Lord, let us see. And then Jai Vijay, they said, hey, you bacha party, where you are going? Right? Because of their siddhis, these Chatush Kumaras, they have restrained their age. They were only 5 years. Beyond that, they never grew. Such a nice, na? We should have that siddhi. We also would have been 16-year-old only. Right? No more age than that, only 16 years. And people will be, wow, 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 only 16 years. They would have said like that. And so, when they saw Jai Vijay, stopped them, they cursed Jai Vijay. And then Lord Krishna came to know, Lord Vishnu, Narayana came to know about that, and he started coming from that, his original position. Okay, what happened on Dwara? I have to see this. So when Lord was coming, before the Lord, whatever the tulsi was offered at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, have you ever taken a fragrance of Tulsi Maharani? I should not say smelled Tulsi Maharani. Smell is a kind of negative connotation. But have you taken the fragrance of that manjiri and the Tulsi Patta? It's a very wonderful one. It's little bit spicy, but people nowadays, they also love spicy, that perfume. That spice is kind of a very different thing. So, there is a very wonderful description of that. Tasya Ravindanayana Sapadarvindam Kinjal Kamishra Tulasi Makarandavayu Antargatasva Vivarena Chakaratesham Sanshobham Aksharajasham Pichitta Tanvo. So there is a description, as soon as the Lord was coming, is Tulasi. That fragrance entered into the Nasika of this Chatush Kumaras. And as soon as that fragrance of Tulasi went into their Nasika, their all Gatras, all Indriyas became prafullit and surcharged with the devotion of the Lord. It is always said that for each and everything, even with eyes, if we take a darshan of the Lord, the devotion gets into our heart. Whenever we hear the holy name and a holy katha of the Lord, the same devotion sprouts in our heart. Even if we take a fragrance of the flowers which is offered to the Lord, or the tulasi which is offered at the lotus feet of the Lord, all the gatras will become prafullit and surcharged with the devotion towards the lotus feet of the Lord. That's why our acharyas is mentioned that each and every indriya can be engaged in the Supreme Personality of Godhead's service. And that's what this 64 items of devotional service. Within that, the taking tulasi, accepting the tulasi, taking the fragrance of tulasi, eating the tulasi, taking fragrance of the flower of the Lord, taking the fragrance of the saint which is offered to the Lord, and that many things actually. Within the 64 items of devotional service, most of them is covered during the morning program in Mangalarati. That's why morning program is the most important daily activity for every sadhaka, Vaishnava of the Lord. And when person does, just like uh, coming like Pada Sevanam, coming to the temple of the Lord. That is done in the morning for morning services, right? Taking darshan of the Lord, that is also done. Then dancing for the Lord, that is done. Chanting of the Lord, that is done. Hearing about the Lord, that is done. Taking the fragrance of the Lord, that is done. Whatever the mercy or prasad is coming in the form of arati of the Lord, that we are taking, right? So all these aspects, offering to water to the tulasi, that is done. Offering diya to the tulasi, that is done. Doing pradakshina to the tulasi, that is done. Taking fragrance of the flowers of the Lord, that is also done, right? So all these aspect has been covered during the morning program. So the 64 items of devotional service has been mentioned by the Srila Rupa Goswami. Most of them are done during the morning program. That's why the Mangal Arati is the most important aspect for our advancement in the devotional service, and every sadhaka should be very sincere about it. So I never got, a shastrikal ye, what I proof for this, but I have heard from many devotees like this. Uh, any person continuously in his life for at least 12 years, if he does morning program, he will become like a siddha person. He will be, whatever he speaks, whatever he says, it will be truth. Because within 12 years of this morning program, he will get completely purified also, mostly purified. So whatever he will speak, it is about devotional service, definitely. Not any kind of a material and rubbish thing. But this is what I heard. I will not give a pushti to it because I have never heard it from the scriptural background. But sometimes some statements, if they give us a little boost or inspiration for doing something good in the devotional service, then it's nice to hear them. It's nice to accept them. Okay. So these Chatush Kumaras, although they were Brahmavadi, just by having the fragrance of Tulsi Maharani, they become the devotee of the Lord. So any single aspect of a devotional service can make a person completely purified and can make a complete Vaishnava towards the Lord. Just like the taking fragrance of a Tulasi made Chatush Kumaras the devotee of the Lord. Then Shukadeva Goswami, just by hearing the glories of within the two verses of the Lord, he became a devotee of the Lord. Right? Just by taking the nimit, like Naimisha Matra darshan of the Lord, Parikshit Maharaj became the devotee of the Lord. Right? Then after that, just by chanting holy name of the Lord, indirectly also, Ajami became the devotee of the Lord. Right? So there are so many examples and the devotee just by hearing or taking fragrance or a single aspect of a devotional service they have done in their life, and naturally they became the devotee of the Lord. Right? So by the mercy of our Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada, we got all those aspects. While if we just come here in the temple and try to associate with the devotees, all the angas of devotional service will be fulfilled by the mercy, whatever the Srila Prabhupada has given us this morning program. The devotees which are, surrendering their life for that particular principle, Srila Prabhupada has given us in such a beautiful way, taking the remnants of the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada has provided us with all kind of a food, whether it is a South Indian, North Indian, East Indian, West Indian, continental, Mongolian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, all kinds of foodstuffs we can eat. Just offer it to the Lord with a devotion and eat it. Very simple. So Srila Prabhupada simplified the process by understanding what is our situation in Kali Yuga. We are the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, Gamma. whatever may be the generations may be there. This process of devotional service will applicable and will be practical for all the generations to come. Okay. Then there's Kumaras are actually empowered incarnations of the Lord. They are the living entities themselves, but Krishna specially empower them with certain kind of a Shakti, and so that they do a kind of an activity on the behalf of the Lord. Just like Kumaras, they have been the instrumental for Srimad Bhagavatam also, right? They recited the Srimad Bhagavatam to Shukadev Goswami when he was there in the form of a Shuka. So Kumaras they have recited and Shukadev Goswami heard the Srimad Bhagavatam during that time also. There is a very wonderful pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmya where Bhakti Devi, she became old and she wanted to have something in her life. So she started wandering into the Bharat Bhumi. So in South India, she became very famous. In Maharashtra, she got a lot of glories and people worshipped her. But as soon as she went to the Gujarat and Saurashtra province, she became her son Gyan and Vairagya became very much old, and she started seeing where I can get the remedy to bring my sons back to the youth. So she went to Vrindavan. As soon as she went to Vrindavan, she became young, but her children remained old. So what to do? What to do? She approached Narada Muni. And Narada Muni started going to each and every sadhu, santa, and said, "Oh, please, 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 in case they have become old. What to do?" Then it is came to know that if they recite Srimad Bhagavatam, then they will get into their original youth. Then Sanat Kumaras, this Chatush Kumaras has been invited and they recited Srimad Bhagavatam for the pleasure of Bhakti Devi and Jnana and Vairagya. So as soon as they started reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, the youth of Jnana Vairagya came. So Jnana and Vairagya is actually the product of Bhakti. That's and the same thing is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, within the shloka. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Drokshajam. Bhakti Yoga Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Yadahitu. So as soon as a person does a Bhakti Yoga towards the Vasudeva, what will happen? Janayatyashu Vairagyam and Jnanam. ये दोनों automatically मिल जाएंगे. So devotee doesn't have to do and read so many scriptures and technical analysis. Analysis to paralysis हो जाता है. So too much analysis leads to paralysis. So for us, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, these are enough actually. These are more than enough. And of course, those scriptures written by the acharyas who gives a boost in our devotional service, they are good to read. But for the first, the foundation should be laid on these three books: Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. And then the jnana will, whatever is necessary jnana required for continuing and having advancement in devotional service, that will be given by Krishna. And Vairagya will naturally come. And even if it doesn't come naturally, just come in the association of the devotees. They will make sure that you will become Vairagya in this life. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share with all of you. Okay. We will meet next tomorrow. Till that time, Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे हरे